what do you make of the dramatic turn and push towards return to office work for 5 days of the week, for example?
So I think the thing is there a disconnect between leadership and what employees want? I also think the political landscape is different than the talent landscape. I always make that point to say, like, pay attention to what your people want. And so there is going to be a natural forgetting curve. I think the reason I wrote the book was because I expected, and we're exactly 5 years to the week of COVID, right? This week is exactly when COVID hit 5 years ago, and everybody was going home. So when we think about this idea that there was this need for us to engage in flexibility, and then there's going to be, I knew that there would be a forgetting curve. Like I have always said that the way that 9/11 forever changed how we travel, I think COVID will forever change how we work. And I stand by that. Doesn't mean that there will not be a forgetting curve that will
Yeah.
exist. And so I really think it's around sort of a little bit of some bit of a disconnect around are we tapped into what our employees want versus what we see in sort of leadership as we look at some of these issues. But I also think there's a bit of um, who are we building the workplace for? And a lot of times, whose experiences are we centering? And so people will get into a situation where they're like, I don't like working this way and I don't connect virtually. I connect better in person. I think that's the way we need it because of culture. There are all of these reasons why people bring in they need it. And often I'll say to them, is that true for everyone or is that just true for you? And whose experiences when we're making this decision are we centering when we are saying, right, oh, we want to create this big return?